Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. It's December the 20th, and I think I'm finally over that bug I had earlier this week. Hooray! Had lots of lovely treats today, some of which I'll show at the towards the end of this video. But today's task right now is to open door number 20, which is quite a big door. So we both think it's going to be Eggman. We're hoping it's Eggman. Open it. What is my birthday treat going to be? It is Eggman! Yay! Yeah. Is he wearing a Christmas hat though? I bet he isn't. Gotta try and get him out now.
I think his head's strapped.
Is it? No, it's not. Very good.
So it means it's 5.5 to 5.5.
Oh, we're getting better at the guesses, aren't we?
Yeah, it's 6.5 to 6.5 now, I think.
Hello there, RetroDanno! It is me, Dr. Eggman! I am here to wish you a rotten birthday! No, I'm not wearing a Christmas hat. Why would I do that?
Okay, bye.
Eggman poops his head.
Yay, Eggman figure. Eggman poops his head.
Eggman poops his poop.
You are a strange Amy.
Eggman poops his poop.
There we go.
Eggman stacks his poop.
Dr. Eggman, classic Eggman, one of my...
If Eggman poops on the floor, he stacks the poop he makes.
Can we stop talking about poop, please?
No.
7-year-old child.
Poop, 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 poop.
Classic Eggman, one of my favourite characters from the series.
And also poo.
No, you're just ruining it now, aren't you? And look, see, Eggman's fell over now because you keep talking about poo.
It's because he died because of all the poo-ness.
No, he hasn't died because of all the poo-ness. Stop talking about poo. So yeah, I had lots of cool stuff today, which I'm going to show in a minute. Let's give Eggman a ring hat. Yay!
Ring hat.
Kind of looks like from this angle now he's wearing a Christmas hat, which is kind of cool. Hang on, before... Right, day 21's down here. Can you stop knocking the table? Poop child! Stop.
You're poop that.
You're just poop in general.
Stop.
JBL is poopy. Eggman, please stand up. Will a real Eggman please stand up? Door 21's down here.
It's absolutely tiny.
Is it a tiny door?
Yeah.
It's quite small, isn't it?
I think it's gonna be another 10 rings.
I think no, it's bigger than that. I think it's gonna be another kind of accessory thing, like some spikes or something, or maybe even a motor bug badnik.
No, Dad. It isn't thick enough. Or, no, it isn't.
I don't know.
I'm gonna guess for 10 rings.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's going to be... See, if it's going to be 10 rings, I think it's going to be like... Is there any doors that are a similar size that we've had previously? I don't know. Maybe door number 12 is quite a similar size. I can't remember what was in door number 12 now. What was in door 12? Oh, was it the Chaos Emerald? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it's going to be a Chaos Emerald. I think it's going to be a...
No, wait, I think it's going to be a Chaos Emerald if you say it.
Oh, okay, changing your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be another Chaos Emerald.
What colour?
I don't know. Red.
Red. Wait, we both says red. Mum says yellow.
Mum says yellow, you say red, I'll go for green again then, like I did before. Right, cool.
Almost the promo colours.
I will show off some things in the latter part of this video, so stay tuned. In the meantime, we're going to jump cut to it to a bit later on. Bye. And we're back a few hours later. I decided to do this bit on my own, so that we don't. I love my daughters a bit, but let's not get interrupted by all of the poopness. Can you tell she's excited for Christmas? I think she is. Okay, so it's now 10 PM. I'm rushing to get this video done so I can upload it before December 21st starts in a couple of hours. So today was my 41st birthday. Yes, I'm a massive man-child, which is fine, because who wants to be normal anyway? Now, for a few months now, I think, at least, or at least a few weeks, we have a discount sort of store that sells all sorts of different things: DIY, toys, plants, tools, paint. It's like an all-in-one store, and it's called B&M Home Stores. And I was seeing posts online that people had found, apparently they'd started stocking these little Sega Mega Drive dioramas. Now there's two B&M stores local to me, and neither one for the last few weeks when I've popped in there to get different things seem to have any of them in stock. So I was like, you know, I was feeling a bit bummed out, but I just kind of forgot about it. Lo and behold, I went in there a couple of days ago into my closest local B&M where I live, and I found this one and this one. Now, I've already taken the items out of the box. I'm gonna have to kind of adjust the camera a little bit. Pray. But I might have to disturb the advent calendar a little bit. Sorry guys, I'll fix you all tomorrow. There we go. Let's get that a bit more framed. Don't worry, I will edit this to look a little bit better in when I put this video together. Yeah, so they actually did start having the stocking. They had there's literally one each left of Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. And these are part of what they're calling Series 1 of this set, there are 4 games available: Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Altered Beast, and Street Fighter 2. Yes, yeah, Street Fighter 2. So yeah, I was really pleased I finally saw these, and B&M are selling these in British pounds for £12.99. Anywhere else I've seen these for sale, I've seen them online somewhere. I think Amazon are selling them for like £17.99 each, and if you go on eBay, you'll pay upwards of about £30 plus each, because the demand for these has been so high since they got released. There's just been videos everywhere of people going, oh, you know, I want these Mega Drive things, where are they? And anytime you tend to go into a B&M, they tend to sell out quite quickly, because there's lots of retro nerds out there like me. So what you get essentially in these cases is a game cartridge, although slightly wider in depth, and then you open them up and you can make a little diorama with some like figures from the game kind of thing. So these two I found about 2 or 3 days ago when I went in. Went in today on my birthday, and lo and behold, all the Sonic ones had sold out, but they did have the other 2 from the series. So I've gone from not being able to find any of these in any B&M or for stupid money online, and finally on my birthday week they all just appear right on time. So birthday money has been spent on these, of course. Now, it's the Great Advent Calendar Massacre of 2025. There was one other thing I noticed when I initially picked up the Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 dioramas, and that was this. I can't even fit it on camera. Blimey, hang on. The Mega Drive, let's adjust that slightly. Just about fit that in, I think. I'll just have to hold the camera a little bit, so sorry if it wobbles slightly. So you can actually get the console as well. It's called the Super Villain Bundle, which I'll explain why in a minute, and it's basically the console instead of a cartridge, and this opens up and you can make a big diorama with lots of and there's some action figures included. The other thing that was included with this was is an exclusive Sonic 1 diorama, which answered my question of why have they done Sonic 2 and 3 and not Sonic 1. That's a bit odd. Sonic 1 comes with this super villain bundle, and it also comes with a couple of other really cool things. So anyway, I'll try and make this as quick as I can. So this is the front of the box. Includes 6 exclusive characters, bonus exclusive Sonic 1 cartridge diorama, bonus game cartridge storage tray, which I'll show you in a minute, foreign languages, console opens to diorama, exclusive Sonic 1 cartridge, blah blah blah. The top of it has the Mega Drive logo with the PAL Sonic 1 box art. Not the full box art, but you know the main part of that design. Turn it around. It's pretty much the same on the sides as well. And here is the back of the box. And it basically tells you Series 1 you can get Sonic 2, Sonic 3, Street Fighter 2 and Altered Beast. Based on the figures that came with this particular bundle, I can kind of guess what Series 2, at least 2 of the games is going to involve Series 2, assuming they get to make a Series 2. I really hope they do, because these are really popular. So it shows you the Sonic 1 diorama and the console and what it opens up to, and there's the tray where you can put the games in. So it tells you which figures you get as well, but I'll go through those when I actually show you the diorama itself. Relive your favourite levels. Yeah, so pretty dang awesome. I was over the moon when I saw these finally in my local B&M. What was the other thing I was going to mention before I show other things? Oh yeah, this is a bit odd, where this is obviously the Mega Drive logo for our region, for PAL regions. Well, strangely, the little mock-up picture it shows you if it open has the USA Sega Genesis logo in there, which I thought was a bit strange. Obviously, they couldn't be bothered to reproduce. Mind you, I say they couldn't be bothered to reproduce a photo of the Mega Drive version, and there it is. So that's a bit of an odd choice, I guess, but it is what it is, I guess. Right, I'm going to put that to the side somewhere. So let's get to the dioramas. I'm going to move that there for a minute. So this is the Mega Drive diorama. Let's move it back. Super Villain bundle. Just the camera again. There we go. There we go. That'll do. So there's your. This is the front of the console. This is the button that opens it up from being the flat design. You've got some bits and bobs in the middle for you to, like pegs for you to be able to stand other figurines in, and these tend to sort of swing out from the side, so you can have them flat like that if you wanted to, or you can lift them up and they do move to the side and clip onto the edge of the actual console, which is really cool. These platforms here swing in and out as well, so when you fold it they'll kind of fit underneath like that if you want it flat, if you don't want to be using it as a diorama itself, which is another cool feature of this. So yeah, super villain bundle. So which super villains do you get? Well, you get a little figure of the Death Egg robot from Sonic 2. Shall I bring it closer so we can have a look at it? Yeah, Death Egg robot. There we go. Is it going to focus? Yep. So a little, you know, it's a pretty nicely painted figure for something this small. So yeah, this is the final boss of Sonic 2, of course. I'll put him. Actually, I'll put him to the side for a minute because I'm gonna do something else in a minute. You get the version of Metal Sonic from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is ace. I've never seen an action figure of this particular Metal Sonic before. I don't know if does he go under a different name? Is it Mecha Sonic or something? I can't remember. But yeah, this is the Metal Sonic that you fight in Sky Sanctuary Zone in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and I think he also appears in a couple of other scenes as well. I think when you play as Knuckles, if I remember correctly. I should know this because I just should, but my memory's failing me right now. But yeah, there's a cool Sonic 3 and Knuckles version of Metal Sonic, which is ace. You also get this. I can't remember the specific name of these, but this is one of the. Actually, no, is this Death Adder? If I look at it more closely, I thought it was just one of the generic enemies from Golden Axe, but I think this is Death Adder, who was the final boss of Golden Axe on the Mega Drive, of course. So yeah, so that's cool as well. There's the back of him. Focus, come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Yeah, so I believe that's, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's Death Adder, the final boss of Golden Axe. And I know this character very well, because Streets of Rage 2 is one of the best games ever made. Come and fight me. This is Mr. X, of course, the crime syndicate leader, who you fight at the end of Streets of Rage 1 and 2. Streets of Rage 3 I'm not as familiar with. But definitely, yeah, of course, I think he's in Streets of Rage 3 as well, isn't he? Because isn't he behind all the cyborg characters? I can't quite remember, but yeah, Sonic, Mr. X from this design with the gun definitely is the Streets of Rage 2 version of this character. That's exactly how he looks when you fight him. Big green suit. You said super. Big green suit and massive gun. So let's just quickly show you this flat. So to store it away, if you don't want to put the characters in it, you fold these in like that. You fold these in like that, and you just close it like that. And that is a PAL Mega Drive with a slightly wider cartridge slot. It doesn't actually, none of the buttons actually work on this. It's not like the one you get with Sonic Mania. So yeah, size wise it's not accurate, obviously it's smaller and with a chunkier, wider game cartridge slot. But yeah, that's, I mean, for somebody like me who grew up with the Mega Drive and Super Nintendo and the 90s and all that era of gaming when things were just moving really quickly graphics wise and power wise, to still be able to buy things like this and now that I'm into my 40s is just amazing. The back of it's not really got anything on it. It's got a bit scratched there. I don't know that's happened. Does say copyright Sega on it somewhere. Can you see that? Here. Copyright Sega. So it is an official product, as far as I can tell. So I'm going to put that over there for a minute. Out the way. So moving on to the games. So with this set, you get an exclusive Sonic 1 diorama. Let's move that down like that. There we go. And move it a bit closer. Hopefully focuses. Fully focus. Is it going to focus? I think it is. At least not very well anyway. Well, apologies for that. So yeah, these little figures you can literally place wherever you want. There's a labyrinth zone Act 3 thing here, so this is trying to replicate the boss where you have to jump up and follow Robotnik before you drown. Some vines there, they can come off as well. These spikes can be moved around The ring can be moved around. We could have like Sonic over here. Do you want to have a close up of Sonic? Have a look at him. Focus. Focus. Doesn't want to focus. Come on. You can do it. There we go. So there's a bit of a close up of Sonic. Pretty good. Pretty, not the best paint job in the world, but pretty decent for the size of it, and you know, for what you get in, I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, we can have Sonic this side instead. We could move the ring over here if we wanted to, like that. So you know, you can place these wherever you want. Do you want to look at Eggman? There's Eggman. Oh, there goes Eggman. So there's his lovely little chrome dome face. And his little Eggmobile, or Eggomatic if you prefer. That's pretty cool. It's quite big as well, quite chunky. Considering how small the dioramas actually are. I don't think there's any. Is there any controls you can look at? You can just about see his little the top of the steering yoke that he uses. Try and get this a bit closer for you as well. So it is a little mock-up of Labyrinth Zone. Labyrinth Zone 3, there's Sonic. I've positioned all this stuff where I want it. And you know, I could put Eggman in this side instead if I wanted to, which is probably better actually because it's not blocking this here. So, but that is a neat little thing. I really like that. Again, not the best paint job as you can see sort of here on the air vents and stuff, but pretty good nonetheless. And oh yes, and the actual console, I meant to say, the other separate games are $12.99 each. In pounds sterling. The console supervillain bundle I found for £30 in B&M, and I've seen it more expensive elsewhere. I think Amazon was selling it for like £45 to £50. So yeah, if you can get them from B&M, you'll definitely get them a lot cheaper. If you live in the UK, of course. As far as other countries go, I don't really know. I assume America has the Genesis version of this. But I couldn't tell you where to get them from, or you know, just look up Genesis dioramas, and I'm sure you'll be able to find and shop around to get them at a good price. So the other thing you can do with these, let's take the figures off. I could probably I'll take the ring off at least. I think I'll probably get away with leaving those on. I'll have to unclip that. Put that there. And close it up. Is it? No, okay. Let's take that off as well. Beep. Nope, that still doesn't want to. Oh, is it this? It's this. I'm being lazy here. Right, close. There we go. So you close it up, and it's a chunkier version of the PAL Sonic 1 Mega Drive cartridge. Pretty damn neat. I'm a big fan of these little dioramas. So the other thing you get with the Supervillain bundle is this tray. You can fit up to 6 cartridges into it, like so. Ta-da! So, yeah, so there you go. Sega Mega Drive. Obviously the American version will be the Genesis. I sure will be the Genesis variants of these, the different box art and stuff. I would assume you'll probably get these in Japan as well with the Japanese designs. So, yeah, so Sonic 1. The actual legit Mega Drive cartridges, the proper ones, actually do fit in here as well, but unfortunately, despite the fact that these slots are wider to accommodate the wider diorama cartridges, you still can only fit 1 cartridge in each slot, which is a bit disappointing. I was hoping you could fit 2 in, and I was going to use this for the proper games, but never mind. It's fine. There we go. We can Put this over here. Right, shall we have a look at the other games now? What should we go for first? Should we continue with the Sonics, or should we leave them till last? We'll leave them till last. Right. Here is Altered Beast. Now, apparently, it's can't get wonky. Sorry. Amateur video work. Apparently, from what I've been reading online when I was researching these, the Altered Beast one seems to be the hardest one to get hold of. Now, my local B&M when I went in today had 2 of them. Some of the, I think, bigger B&Ms have quite a large amount of stock of all of the Mega Drive items you see here today. But my local one isn't. We've got 2 and they're about the same size, but they're kind of, I would say, medium size stores. They're not too small, but not overly big either. If that makes any sense, I don't know. But yeah, here is the Altered Beast one anyway, with the temple background. Let me just check something. Graveyard background. So this is called the Graveyard Diorama. The Sonic 1 diorama, I believe, is called the Labyrinth Zone diorama. And they have all got like official names, so you can fit like this score up here, clips on and off. I can't actually get that off, and I'm scared to do it on camera in case I break it. And you've got the little life things here that clip onto the bottom instead to create like a 3D effect. So that clips on there, and you've got. I'm not overly familiar with Altered Beast. I have played it a few times. I don't think it's a game that's aged very well, to be honest. It's very sort of simplistic, but still cool. It's still a Sega classic. It was actually a launch game for the Mega Drive, I believe, back in 1989, I believe. So this is your player character in this sort of there we go. In this sort of early form, I believe. Not the human form, but the early sort of wolf form you take in stage 1. Yeah, so that's that. Put that there. You know, this giant. Is this like the final boss from Altered Beast? I can't remember. But you got this big scary dude. Or is the boss from the first level? I can't remember. He comes out of the dirt with a pile of bones. Yeah, so you get him as well. You get this little fireball on a stick. So there's the stick. Transparent, so that you kind of have to try and ignore it and pretend that this is in midair. That just clips on like that. Like that, he says. Yep. So you have to kind of pretend that the fireball's in midair. Here's a close look at the background. Is it focusing? I believe it's focusing. Yeah. Got the score there at the top and the amount of lives and the health bar there. And again, you can take these off. Let me see if I can unclip this without damaging. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So comes off from the side like that, and then close it up. Altered Beast! Yay! Let's bring that closer so you can see. Come on, focus. Don't worry about the advent calendar in the background. We have dissected the advent calendar for today. So yeah, it's literally the same design as the PAL cartridge, just chunkier to fit the diorama in. Which you open up and there it is, and then you just put the figures in where you want. Altered Beast. Next one. Street Fighter 2. This is the Ken stage diorama. There we go, it'll focus. You got the clip-on health bars at the top, complete with their names. You got Ryu launching a Hadouken at Ken, who's trying to block it. You got a barrel, which is a clip-on thing. These rope anchor points are, there's one in each corner. They are also removable as well. There's literally nowhere else to put them. And the Hadouken is on here the same way as the Fireball on the Alter Beast one. It's got like a transparent thing there. So let's take a closer look at the figures. There is Ken Masters trying to block a Hadouken. Again, pretty decent paint job for the size of the figure. I've seen better, but I've seen far worse. I think it's pretty good. Not that I could do any better, but yeah. So here's Ken. Ryu next. Hadouken! I'd like some pound cake. Really cool. I was always more of a Mortal Kombat guy, to be honest. But I don't, you know, I don't hate Street Fighter either. I'm just not very good at it. So that's Ryu. Again, the Hadouken clips onto this stick, like so. It's just a little transparent bit of plastic. Let's clip that back on there. Barrel. It's a barrel. It's a golden barrel. I can't get it into shot. What am I doing? There we go. Barrel. And you got these 4 little pegs, which I'm going to try and keep there. These also on clips. There we go. So there's the focus. Really focus. There we go. So it looks like Ken's winning at the moment, although he's about to be hit by a Hadouken, so who knows. Yeah, pretty cool. And it's Ken's stage, so the background has the American flag and ships. And there is the floor, which is just basically slabs and these 4 pegs. Whoops, I've just knocked one off. And closes up Super Street Fighter 2 Capcom. I always thought the Mega Drive version was the Tournament Edition version of the game. Or did we have Street Fighter 2 Tournament? No, I think the Mega Drive had Street Fighter 2 Tournament Edition and also Super Street Fighter 2, I think. I tended to play the Street Fighter series more on Super Nintendo, to be honest. I found it easy to play on the Super Nintendo because of the button layout of the controller, but that's just me. However you played the game, it's awesome anyway, so there you go. Super Street Fighter 2. Right, there's another 2 more to show. Here is Sonic 2. Focus. Camera, you can do it. Doesn't want to, does it? Oh, there we go. So you've got the Emerald Hill Zone thing in the top right corner. Sonic running across a bridge, Tails flying behind him, a bunch of rings, and a loop in the background, which is awesome. Right, let's have a look at the figures. The rings are literally just, as you can see, I don't really need to explain what these are or how they look. They're just rings that peg into the clipping by the pegs, I should say. So we'll take the rings off. Here's the Emerald Hill Act 1 thing that clips onto the side. It is printed both sides, by the way, as well, so you can have it the other side if you wanted to. There we go, in the Sonic 2 style, of course. Sonic is now running instead. Gonna focus? Yes, he is, just about. Again, not the most fantastic paint job ever, but good enough. And we've got Tails, who's got a transparent stick up his butt, which you can remove. There we go. So this is what holds Tails in the air. Pretend it's not there. And whoops. Here is Miles per hour. I think he seems to be painted better than the Sonic figure you get with this one. There's where you plug in the transparent stick. Pretty cool. Tails. And here's a close-up of the diorama. I think you can move this about actually. Or can you? Maybe not. Oops. No, I'm wrong. Anyway, there is the top background. Nice little loop with the 16-bit graphic C in the background. And there's the floor section, which is 2 pieces of grass, a bridge and some water. And closes up Sonic 2, the iconic piece of artwork. But still think Sonic 2 has one of the best front covers of any game ever released. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Sonic fan, I just think it's just... Sonic was so big at this point in the early 90s that this piece of artwork was just... It just became iconic straight away. It just hits home. But, oh my god, Sonic's back. His first game was great and there's a massive 2 and he's got a friend and oh my god, Eggman's back, blah blah blah. It's just, I love this artwork so much. Western style Sonic, of course, but that's fine. I like all of the classic artwork, Japanese, Western, whatever. Yeah, Sonic 2. I'm rambling now. I can go there. And last but by very means not least is the Sonic 3 diorama, which is Carnival Night Zone. Is it going to focus? Sort of. So yeah, the props you get with this one, of course, you get the Sonic and Knuckles figures, you get the grey switch that Knuckles jumps on to cause havoc for Sonic, i.e. turning the lights off in this zone, or breaking the bridge at the start of Angel Island, etc. You get a set of spikes, you get one ring, and there's a balloon in the background. Yeah, so Sonic 3. Again, there's multiple pegs in these, so you can arrange them. You can arrange them however you want, really, within reason, as long as they fit. So there's the spikes. Here's the little button that Knuckles jumps on. There we go. Yeah, another ring, which you've seen plenty of these already. A balloon in the background. Doesn't clip in very well, it's a bit wonky, but just about works. Yeah, a red balloon. 99 red balloons, la 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 la. Sonic. To be honest, I saw somebody online who'd got all of the Sonic dioramas, and this Sonic figure in particular, I would actually agree, goes better with the Sonic 1 diorama. And the Sonic 1 diorama figure would be better with the Sonic 3 one. Because this is basically classic Sonic 1 finger wagging pose. Better painted than the Sonic 2 one. This one, I would say. Yeah. And of course my favourite character ever. Anything with Knuckles in automatically becomes God tier. That is my rule. So, here he is. I was so obsessed with this character when Sonic 3 first came out. So I'm going to get the shoe in, so I'm not blocking the shoes with it. See them. Focus. Focus. There we go. He's His nose is not very well painted though. It's a little bit. Looks like somebody just dotted the front of it, and from the side it looks a bit weird. But yeah, Knuckles, Nipples the Enchilada. You also get another one of these zone cards, obviously in the style of Sonic 3. Carnival Night Zone 2, printed both sides. And here is a closer look at the background itself. So you got, well, it's Carnival Night Zone. If you've played Sonic 3 or Sonic 3 Knuckles, you know Carnival Night Zone. And there is the floor, all of the pegs that you can use. And of course, this is the PAL version of Sonic 3's box art. I can get that to focus a little bit better. There we go. It's exactly the same, just a bit chunkier because of the diorama size. But this is the PAL Sonic 3 art we got. Yeah. So that's it. That's all the Mega Drive dioramas. Here's a look at the tray with all the cartridges in. There we go. Oops. Can't get a grip on this. There we go. There we go. Sonic 1, 2, 3, Altered Beast, 3, 5, 2. Pretty dang cool. If you want to display them like this instead. I suppose you could have the cartridges in this displayed like this, and then have all of the figures put into the big Mega Drive diorama. I guess, at least most of them anyway. I think that's everything. What else did I get for my birthday? I might as well just show you a couple more things, and then we'll leave it there. I got this book. There's a Thomas the Tank Engine channel that I'm a big fan of. A guy who goes by the name of the Unlucky Tug, and he basically mentioned this book, and I thought I need to get this because growing up as a young child of my daughter's age now, 6 or 7, I was a massive fan of Thomas the Tank Engine. Before I discovered Sonic the Hedgehog, Thomas the Tank Engine was my guy, was my dude, was my train, was my engine. And this is a really cool book written by the Reverend Audrey's son Christopher, and basically just gives you all the details on all of the engines and all of the places on the island of Sodor. There's a lot of adult Thomas fans about now, just like there is for anything else really that from back in the sort of 80s and 90s. So yes, I've got this book to have a look at some point, Island of Sodor. I kind of got back into Thomas again through my daughter because Amy was really into Thomas. Back in her, when she was sort of like between 2 and 4, she was really into Thomas, and I kind of got back into Thomas with her, and I started learning more about the episodes that I missed growing up and the different engines and the stories and that kind of thing. So I've kind of come full circle through becoming a parent, which is really cool and gives me an excuse to watch things like Thomas again. And I mean, I know more about Peppa Pig now that I would care to mention, and other children's shows like Bluey, and she's really into that Gabby's Dollhouse as well. So yeah, just trying to rearrange the old calendar here. Bear with me. So yeah, I've had a really nice birthday. I've also had Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, the deluxe edition for the Switch 2, which I would show you, but I've already put it on the shelf. And what I'm really going to find difficult now is finding shelf space for all of this lot. Dioramas and calendar figures and everything. So, in fact, if I just briefly move the camera, hopefully, I'll have to move the microphone in a minute. Sorry. So yeah, there's a little sneak peek. So there's like a shelf up there with a whole bunch of stuff on. All of the Sonic movie figures, Super Nintendo collections up there. There's all my Switch 2 stuff over there. You can just make out the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection box sticking out. Lindsay's DS and 3DS collection, a bunch of other figures. And up here is literally just like, I'm blocking it with my hand. I'm blocking it with my hand. I think I am. Up here is just like all of my Sonic figures and toys up there. So if you want to have a closer look at that, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to oblige. Maybe do it as a Christmas Day special. So yeah, that is, I believe, everything, and it's like 10 to 11 now, so I need to go and edit this and get it uploaded within the next hour, so wish me luck. And I will see you tomorrow with back with my daughter for Door 21, which we believe is going to be Chaos Emerald related. Thanks guys if you watched. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Mega Drive dioramas. I think they're fantastic. Of course I would, because I love Sega, I love Sonic, I love the Mega Drive. So. But yeah, lovely to have all these collectibles. It's just finding room for them. And then of course your wallet hurts afterwards. So. But yeah, cool. See you tomorrow. I've rambled on enough. Take care. Happy gaming. All that fun. Bye.